Welcome to chapter 14. Before moving on to the first objective of this chapter, let's first take a small overview of what this chapter is about. So let's take a small example, like think of about the last time you saw the campaign that really caught your attentions. Maybe like Apple's shot on iPhone ads or Coca-Cola personalized, like share Coke bottles. These campaigns didn't just advertise products, they communicated value and built emotional connection with consumers. So, Chapter 14 focuses on how companies engage consumers and deliver consistent messages across multiple platforms, what we call integrated marketing communications. In today's world, where people are constantly switching between phones, laptop, and social media, brands need to unify voice to make sure their message stands out. This chapter helps us understand how marketing communication works, how to plan effective message, and how companies like Snickers or Volvo trucks successfully use IMC to create memorable customer-centered campaigns.
So today market is not just about selling products. It's about communication. Every brand we know, from Coca-Cola to Apple, tries to connect emotionally with its customer through storytelling and engagement. In this chapter, we will explore how companies communicate value through what we call the production mix. There are five main tools businesses use to deliver messages, influence customers, and build strong relationships. Now, let's take a closer look to what those five tools are. The first one is advertising. This is any paid, non-personal promotion like TV, ads, billboards, or YouTube campaigns. It helps reach the large audience fast. Second, sell promotion. Think of discount coupon or buy one get one free deals that push customer to make quick decision. Third is personal selling. This happens when the salesperson directly interact with the buyer to build trust and close the sale. Fourth, public relations or PR. This is builds a good image for the company through news, stories, events, and media relations. And finally, we have direct and digital marketing. This is when companies connect directly with individuals through emails, social media, or personalized ads. Together, the tools form a backbone of how brands talk to customer.
So today, marketing communication is totally different from before. In the past, brands just talk at consumers through TV or print advertising. Now, thanks to the internet, social media, and mobile phones, consumer can talk back, they share, react, and even create their own content. They are not just watching advertising anymore, they are a part of the story. So that's why big brands like Apple or P&G succeed. They use emotion and storytelling to build real connection, not just to sell. Consumers get message from everywhere: advertising, social media, influencer, PR, event. Uh, if each channel speak differently, the brand's image become confusing. That's why companies need IMC, or integrated marketing communications. It means bringing all communication tools, advertising, PR, sales promotion, personal selling, and digital marketing into one consistent message. Uh, when every channel speaks with one voice, the brand becomes clearer, stronger, and more trustworthy. To make IMC effective, companies must follow a clear process. First, define your target audience, then decide what message you want them to fit or believe. After that, choose the right media channels, maybe social media, PR, or traditional advertisings. Finally, measure how well it works. This diagram shows the whole flow from understanding the audience to measuring success. It helps brain build a consistent, a powerful communication experience.
And now, why does this matter? Each promotion tool serves a unique purpose. But when they all work together, they form what called an integrated marketing communications or IMC strategy. IMC makes sure that whether a customer sees an ad on a TV, scrolling through Instagram, or walk into a store, these the messages feel consistent and clear. In short, communication isn't just a part of marketing; it is marketing.
In this part, I present Objective 3 of Chapter 14, which explains the major steps in developing effective marketing communication. In marketing, communication is more than just advertising. It's about delivering the right message to the right audience in the right way. Kohler and Armstrong describe six essential steps that help marketers create powerful and persuasive messages. First, identify the target audience. Everything begins with knowing who you want to reach, your potential customer, your buyers, influencer. Understanding their needs, preference, and media habits allow marketers to tailor messages that truly connect. Second, determine the communication objective. Marketers must decide what the respondent wants, whether it's creating awareness, building preference, or encouraging a purchase. This follows the buyer's readiness stages, where customers move from knowing a product exists to actually buying it. Third, design the message. A great message must get attention, hold interest, arouse desire, and lead to action. Marketers must choose the content, structure, and appeal. Uh, Fourth, choose communication channels. There are two types: personal channel like sales people or influencer recommendation, and non-personal channel like social media, TV, or online advertising. Fifth, select the message source. Uh, the credibility of the source matters. People trust messages that come from expert, satisfied customer, or relatable influencer. And finally, collect feedback. A marketer must measure how the audience reacted. Did they notice the message, remember it, or act on it? Yeah, feedback helps company refine future campaign and improve communication effectiveness.
There are four common ways that companies use to decide how much they should spend on promotion. The first one is the affordable method, which means the company simply spend what it thinks it can afford. It's simple but not very effective because it ignores how promotion actually affects sales. The second one is the percentage of sale method, where the budget is a fixed percentage of either current or forecasted sales. This approach is easy to use, but it assumes that sales cause promotion, while in fact, promotion can cause sales. The third one is the competitive parity method. Here, the company looks at how much competitors are spending and matches that amount. It helps prevent the promotion wars, but it doesn't consider the company's own situations or goals. Finally, the most logical and widely recommended one is the objective and task method. Companies first set clear objectives, then identify the tasks needed to reach them, and finally estimate the cost of those tasks. This way, the budget directly supports specific marketing goals and it is the most strategic approach. The first factor is the type of products and market. For consumer goods, advertising and sales promotions are more important, but for industrial goods, personal selling plays a bigger role because it requires direct interaction with buyers. The second factor is the push and pull strategy. In a push strategy, companies use personal selling and trade promotions to push the product through the distribution channel. Meanwhile, in a pull strategy, they focus on advertising and consumer promotions to create demand that pulls the products from the retailer to the consumer. The third factor is the product lifecycle stage. In the introduction stage, companies spend heavily on advertising and promotions to build awareness.
As the product grows, spending decreases slightly in the maturity stage. The goal is to remind customers, and in the decline stage, promotion is reduced to the minimum. Lastly, company market shares and strategy also matter. New or small firms often spend more on promotion to gain attention, while large brands may spend less in percentage terms.
Welcome to chapter 15. Before moving on to the first objective, let's take a look at what is it about. So, let's think about how often you come across an advertisement, like from the catchy Gecko on YouTube to Coca-Cola global Christmas campaigns. Advertising isn't just about selling products, it's about building relationships and shaping how people feel about their brands. And in chapter 15, we explore how companies use advertising and public relations, or also known as PR, to engage audiences and build long term trust. For example, we have here Alice State Mayhem campaigns humorously show the risk of not having insurance, making the message memorable and relevant. Meanwhile, the Red Cross uses social media and BR to manage its image during crisis and engage to the public in humanitarian efforts. This chapter helps us to understand how effective advertising and BR work together to communicate customer value and build stronger brands.
Now, let's start with the first objective of Chapter 15, defining the role of advertising in the promotion mix. Advertising is any paid from form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor. Simply put, whenever you see a TV commercial or YouTube ad or a billboard, that's advertising. It's non-personal because it's reach large audiences, not individuals, and it's always paid for the company behind it. Advertising plays a huge role in promotion mix. It helps company inform, persuade, and remind a target audience about their product or brands. Next, as you can see in the chart, marketing communication isn't just about one single tool. It's a mix of many elements. Advertising, both online and traditional, take up a large share, together about one third of the total marketing effort. This shows how essential advertising in delivering messages to a wide audience quickly and effectively. But we can also see other elements like social media, email, and events that support and connect with advertising to build a consistent message. Altogether, these tools form a promotion mix, and advertising play the leading role by informing, persuading, and reminding customer while helping build brand awareness and long-term relationship.
Hello, Professor. Today I will talk about Objective 2 marketing channel design involves four main steps. Firstly, analyzing consumer needs. Companies must understand what customers want and how they prefer to buy. Secondly, setting channel objectives, deciding what the channel should achieve, such as coverage or service level. Thirdly, identifying channel alternatives, choosing different types of intermediaries or distribution structures, and finally, evaluating channel alternatives, comparing them based on cost, control, and flexibility to select the best option. And the next, we have three ways assign probability. Firstly, the empirical approach is based on real data. For example, there is a 3.2% chance of twins. And secondly, the classical approach is known by the nature of experiments like a 50% chance of getting heads on a coin flip. And finally, the subjective approach relies on personal judgment. For instance, predicting a 60% chance that Toronto will host the Winter Olympics. And here are some examples of probability in practice. Firstly, a student's birthday being today has a classical probability of 1 out of 365. And secondly, a rocket launch having a 95% success rate and a 41% chance of climbing Mount Everest are empirical probabilities based on data. And finally, expecting a 20% chance of that a new IPO will reach its target price in a subjective probability. Overall, these examples show how probability helps us measure uncertainty in both science and everyday life.
So now is objective three. The first is definition. Public relations is the activity of building positive relationships between a company and its different publics, such as consumers, investors, the government, communities, and the media. The main goal is to create a positive image, handle crisis, and maintain public trust in the brand. And next is the main functions of PR include press relations, creating and sharing positive news through the media, product and brand publicity, promoting products and brand image. Next is public affairs, is maintaining relationships with communities and authorities. Lobbying is influencing laws and policies. And next is investor relations, is keeping good communication with shareholders. And the last is development, gaining financial or volunteer support. Second, the practical role of PR. PR helps promote products, ideas, people, and even countries. Is a key to build trust, credibility, and reputation for business. Let's look at a few examples. CVS Health launched the campaign CVS Quiz for Good, stopping cigarette sales, even thought it lost $2 billion in revenue. As a result, the brand gained strong public support and its stock price increased. And next is Burger King, created the Peace Day campaign, inviting McDonald's to make a Mac Whopper together. Although McDonald's declined, the campaign went viral worldwide. Finally, modern trends in PR. PR is no longer just a support tool, it has become a core marketing strategy. Today, the line between PR, advertising, and content marketing is fading. Modern PR focuses on storytelling, sharing authentic brand stories through the blogs, videos, and social media to create emotional connections with audiences. In summary, PR is not just about sharing information, it's the art of storytelling, building trust, reputation, and emotional connection between a brand and its public.
Plays an important role in helping companies communicate with their publics, such as customers, employees, investors, and the media. The main goal is to build a positive image and create goodwill. PR helps generate good publicity and also manage negative issues when they arise. Compared to the advertising, PR is often more cost effective but can have a strong and lasting impact. In practice, the PR process includes setting clear objectives, choosing the right message and media, implementing campaigns, and finally evaluates the result through public responses and media coverage. Companies use many tools to carry out their PR activities. They can create news stories to gain media attention or organize special events like product launches or charity programs. They also use written materials such as reports or newsletters and audiovisual content like videos to share their brand story. Corporate identity materials like logo or uniform help build a consistent image, while public service activities and digital media like social networks show the company's responsibility and connect it with a wider audience.